Good afternoon, everyone. This is Self-Education. Remember, if I provide value in today's video, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Feel free to drop a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get going. Today's topic is what I indirectly learned from the Berkshire Hathaway shareholders meeting. Okay, it's a meeting for shareholders. You have to at least own one share. I indirectly learned once I got there that if you are a shareholder, you can bring up to 3 guests. They're like guest shareholders. They kind of are olive branched off of your membership for your share. So if you want to bring friends, family, that is something you can do. So you don't have to go there alone. I did, but it's definitely experience that everyone should, if you have the opportunity to go, at least do it once. You know, Warren Buffett, he is 92 years old. Charlie Munger is 99. Hopefully they are still around for the next meeting in 2024, which will be May 4th, 2024 is the date for the next shareholder meeting. But who knows? I mean, there's only going to be a few meetings left while with both of them around. So I urge everybody, if you haven't been able to go before, if you're into business and you're into investing, it's a once in a lifetime experience. There's no reason they call it the Woodstock of capitalism. Okay, so one of the things that's kind of controversial that I learned was when I was waiting in line to get in the shareholders event, you know, on Saturday. Well, and I also seen it on Friday when I was picking up my credentials, was that there is, not everybody right now is the biggest fan of Berkshire. There was protesters, employees for NetJets, which is one of the subsidiaries that they own. It is a private jet company that they operate. It's one of the companies that they have bought in the past. And I seen a lot of signs saying, you know, overworked, underpaid, you know, poor scheduling, you know, pilot fatigue. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to get on a plane with pilots that are fatigued or might not be 100%.
Right.
Thank you.
All right.
So that is something I learned, that not everybody's the biggest fan of Berkshire. So and while that may spark some controversy, I just have to bring it up because I've never heard of anybody in online talking about it. I haven't heard anything in the media. I haven't heard nothing about it. So it's something I felt that is valuable to at least get out there. Another thing is that Omaha, Nebraska, where the shareholder meeting is, it's quite the business center. I didn't know, other than Berkshire, that there was some really high profile businesses there. And these, you know, I'm not promoting them, but you have Union Pacific, one of the biggest train networks there, you know, companies. Berkshire has Burlington Northern Santa Fe. So between them, those are 2 of the biggest leading networks for train companies in the United States. And then you also have Markel Corporation there. They are like a smaller style of what Berkshire does. They're a holding company that buys businesses and uses the cash flow to buy more businesses, and it's kind of like a cycle. So they are kind of like a miniature Berkshire. And then you have like the infant. There's a company that I learned about. It's relatively small cap. It's only a 600 something million dollar company. It's called Boston Omaha, and they are located there in one of their headquarters are located there in Omaha as well. Okay, so they actually have two headquarters, Boston and Omaha, hence the name Boston Omaha. So it's interesting though. Actually, one of the CEOs for Boston Omaha is the grandnephew of Warren Buffett. So I bet he's probably tired of people thinking that he's the master emulator of his great uncle. I think that would be, but there's a lot of interesting business, some really awesome business centers going on there too. So that is definitely something I learned indirectly. And the last thing I want to talk about is networking. A lot of people think, it's just to see, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger talk. And I mean, that is a highlight, is getting to see them talk for almost nearly 6 hours about business. That is just a truly amazing experience. But the networking, I ran into several people and I got to have the privilege of talking to some even high profile. I talked to some hedge fund managers, investing managers, for nearly an hour when I was waiting to get in the door. And that was just a really valuable experience to have, learning and getting education from people of that level. And that alone, just the networking and talking to people, that alone was worth the experience of going there. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll see you in the next one. Self-education.